Hello, Red. How about a couple of beers here? Coming right up.
Hello again. This is another beer review. We're continuing our journey through the macros as I kind of explore them with the king of beer, Budweiser. Now you notice Bud has added a red crown top to their beer. You can see right, if you look at it, if I hold it this way it'll be easier to tell. It's got a red crown. And so that is, again, I guess, to refer to their brand, the king of beer, Budweiser. This is one of the most popular beers in America, although, again, we've already talked about Bud Light is actually the most popular beer in America. I believe Budweiser's third, maybe second, but it's up there. And it is, we could call it Anheuser-Busch or InBev's flagship beer. It's actually one of the more interesting beers out there, as far as for a lot of different reasons. One is the name Budweiser. Now, as you know, for a long time, Anheuser-Busch owned Budweiser, and this was their flagship label. So you might wonder why Busch wasn't the name, or Anheuser. But in fact, there is a reason. It's a German tradition to call, or Czech German, to call beer by the city it's named with an R. This is why Pilsner is in the city of Pilsen, with an ER. So beer brewed from that or in that style is called Pilsen. And similarly, Budvar, I believe, Budweiser had Budweiser, maybe is how you would say it, had beer from there, and evidently Bush had it, liked it, and decided to use that as the name of his brand, or their brand. Call it Budweiser. This wasn't a problem in the 1800s when they started this. But later, as beer became global, this became more of an issue. As there were already people in Czechoslovakia, or Czech Republic now, I believe it is, who argued that Budweiser was their trademark. And so basically it's been worked out now that in America, this Budweiser is marketed as such, and the Czech is, I believe, marketed as Budvar or Czech Bar by Anheuser-Busch or InBev. In Europe, this is marketed as Bud. So just, your regular Bud, like Bud Light. And that's how it's settled. And so that's why if you go get Budweiser in Europe, it will taste completely different, because it is completely different. Now this is one of the hardest brews I've always heard to make. It's a sweet rice beer, basically. Rice is the dominant adjunct. And rice beers, if you've had Japanese beer or you've had Budweiser, they tend to be a little sweet. Easy to drink. Some hop finish there, but not much. And that's Budweiser. Now on the can, you may notice it says brewed by our original all-natural process. But it also says here, up at the top, if you ever read the fine print, at the top, what that says is, this is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no other brand produced by any other brewery which cost as much to brew and age. Which is ironic, considered a cheap beer that they put this on the can. Our exclusive beechwood aging produces a taste and a smoothness and drinkability you will find in no other beer. So what is beechwood hazing? Well, it basically means they put beechwood chips in when they're, fermenting the beer and aging the beer. And when they're aging the beer. And so my understanding is the beechwood chips are soaked in baking soda so that they don't add a woody flavor. And basically what it must do is maybe that adds to how smooth and flat it kind of tastes. Something about those chips, I don't know. We would have to have Budweiser with and without the chips to be able to tell. But anyway, we will not do that. And so this is Budweiser, one of the easiest to drink macros you could have. A true triumph of, again, as I will say, of light flavor and inoffensiveness. To drink with your girlfriend or your friends who like to drink but do not like beer. And again, sometimes maybe you'll be in the mood for it. You want to drink a lot of beer, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't want to have something that tastes bad, but you want to, or get you too drunk, you'll always have Bud. Thanks again.